Hey guys, Martin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to jump in and do stage 4 of the Memorable Battles event that came out yesterday. We did the Gamma 1 and 2 one, but had so much stuff going on yesterday, so many videos going up, that we didn't get around to doing this one as well. So we're going to do that now. We have the exact same missions as we did for the previous stage. So beat the stage with no items, and then beat the stage using a character of each typing. So we're going to use the Tech Vegeta team here, because this team is very, very good. We're using the part 1 headliners, but not the part 2. So if you haven't pulled Beast Gohan, obviously he makes the game significantly easier. So if you have Beast Gohan, obviously running his team is going to be very effective. The only thing with this Vegeta team is the int unit selection wasn't necessarily the best. Obviously we do have the int LR Super Saiyan trio, but they are a unit that pretty much is locked to having to be in slot 2. And you know, very orb reliant. They only get the 170 lead from the Vegeta, so I figured we'd try out Gotenks. As long as we get through this first phase, which is the only physical one, we won't have to worry about type advantage. We'll probably just float him off anyway. He doesn't have any sort of permanent stacking or permanent build-up. And then, of course, as we get towards the end, we'll be able to transform him into Super Saiyan 3, and he can do a ton of damage on that first turn. We've got the Buu Saga, Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegeta as our SCR unit, so obviously we could get a clutch heal from them later on, as well as the 10-turn scouter effect, which is of course very, very powerful. Broly is, well, we've got 2 AGL units, because of course if you're bringing a unit of each typing, there's 5 typings, so you're always going to have 1 typing that's doubled up. We've got Broly, because of course Broly is very good, gets the full 200% lead from this Vegeta team, and we do have King Vegeta as well. King Vegeta is still a very, very good banner unit. We have to be careful against the Tech Piccolo phase, but the final phase against Beast Gohan in this event is STR. So as long as he's getting his AGL orbs, he has pretty good defense and damage reduction, especially if he's on rotation with a Vegeta, which of course he always will be, because we are running the double Vegeta and he's going to be in slot 1 on both rotations. So we always have a Vegeta on rotation, and King Vegeta supports Pure Saiyans. So he supports everybody on the team apart from Gogeta and Gotenks, but Gotenks is going to be floating. Gogeta potentially could end up floating as well. It depends. We obviously float him off on the first turn, so we can potentially get that transformation on the next turn, and then obviously have access to the active skill whenever we want to use it. But we'll see how we're getting on and how the fight is going, because of course if you transform him straight away, you lose the ability to get any more permanent defense stacks with him, because his super attack effects change. And he does have guard. Actually, I think it's only if you keep him on rotation, because he has guard for, is it 3 turns? So if you keep him on rotation, he still has guard on his second appearance. But yeah, otherwise you don't. So let's do this. I need to make sure we get... We're getting stacks for you, but I need to make sure we get the AGL orbs. So I need to do that, and then do that. Because yeah, we want the stacks for King Vegeta. Obviously, even on a rotation like this with the AGL orbs and the Vegeta ally, we ideally don't want King Vegeta eating a super this early on, well, or at all really, until we get to the STR phase. I mean, Beast hits pretty hard, but King Vegeta is going to have type advantage, as well as all the damage reduction and the extra defense. Plus, you know, Vegeta being an infinite stacker, we want him to get as many attacks off as possible here. If we'd had, you know, someone else go first, even if we hadn't killed Gohan, we would have been then able to get less attacks with Vegeta, because Gohan would have died faster. So that works out quite nicely for us here. Turns like this are where it can start to feel a little bit scary, because obviously Broly in the middle. I mean, he has guard, so I suppose we don't really need to worry as much about type disadvantage, but also terrible orbs for the Goku and Vegeta there. I really didn't need to get all of those orbs for Broly. I should have gone a bit easy, because he doesn't really need max ki either, especially at this point. He could have just he gets extra ki. It's only 2, but he gets extra ki for attacking in slot 2. Should have saved those. I was hoping that maybe a couple of the reds would drop down and cluster together, but it is what it is. I mean, the Vegeta and Goku STR can get a few additional attacks anyway. They do have some damage reduction. They're infinitely stacking their defense as well. That's the only downside to this team, is we do have a fair few units who do want to be getting their supers in, so they can be getting stacks. Obviously, both the Vegetas, the Broly wants to be stacking as much attack as possible. And then, of course, Goku and Vegeta are infinitely stacking their defense as well, which benefits them, obviously, pre-transformed. But, of course, once we get to the final phases and we do fuse into Vegeta, the more defense we can build up, the better. Although, for the most part, in these difficult events, like, Vegeta is able to tank normals for double digits anyway, because he has 60% damage reduction against normals. But it's one of those things, I guess it works both ways, because we do want to take a little bit of damage as well, because we want to be able to actually get to the HP condition to fuse into Vegeta. But obviously we don't want the wrong unit taking a super and then getting one shot. But fortunately, a lot of the units on this team very strong defensively. I mean, Gotenks is going to be a potential liability, right? Because he does rely on dodge when it comes to the big boss super attacks. I don't know whether he would maybe survive one against the tech Piccolo, if it was after like a multiple super turn maybe, but I guess we'll have to see. And then yeah, these guys getting a bunch of super attacks off here, getting all those extra stats. They've got a little bit of damage reduction themselves as well. Probably not poised to be eating a big super attack here though. Piccolo not having supered this turn. Of course he did. How much? We got what? Was it 3 or 4 supers from them this turn? Oh, 97k. Okay, well, there you go. Now this is a tricky one because if I fuse with Gogeta, or transform I should say, with Gogeta, we're going to obviously stop getting stacks, but I think we're not going to see him for a couple of turns afterwards, so that's the only thing, because you have to think about, you can't use his active skill until the next turn around as well. So I might keep him untransformed for now, just in case, but obviously if we kill Piccolo before he gets to attack, that would be annoying, because we wouldn't have got the stack anyway. But Vegeta will do a decent bit of damage here, but then King Vegeta's not really going to do a huge amount. He's got damage reduction. Mine is built for full dodge because he's a support unit. But yeah, I don't think we're going to kill him here. Obviously, ideally, we don't want Gogeta getting supered at the end as well, but with the number of attacks we're going to be able to get off this turn anyway, I think Gogeta potentially could finish him off in slot 3. He's not got a lot of links active here, though, and of course, he doesn't get supported by King Vegeta, but King Vegeta with Vegeta on the rotation does hit pretty hard, and we get the crit as well. Okay, yeah, well, Gogeta's definitely getting to do his 18 key super here then. And he gets at least one additional guaranteed, so that's going to be GG for Piccolo. One more stack for Gogeta. Probably doesn't make a huge difference in the grand scheme of things, getting one extra, like 12 key super in here, but we'll take it anyway. So, and then he survives with the tiniest sliver of health, and then Gogeta finishes him off, because we'd have gotten at least one more attack after this anyway. So now we can move on to Orange Piccolo, who is AGL. We've got Super Saiyan Gotenks out here. This is where we got to start being a bit more tactical with like where we're putting characters on the rotation, because I might put... Yeah, see, I don't want to float off Broly though. Oh, oh, okay. Piccolo locks. Oh, God. Well, this is awkward. Piccolo locks you in rotating place, and of course one of the missions is to do it with no items. Well, that's not good. I mean, I guess we could do this. It does buff Broly and Vegeta, but... What's our defense start of turn here? 600k with guard. I don't really want to transform Vegeta, because we don't... Transforming Vegeta just helps out Broly with some extra links, but, like, he's not getting attacked. So we might as well take the free opportunity to get some extra stacks. But this is going to be really awkward for Broly. Of course he did. Dodge the normal, eat the super, of course. 215k though, that's not too bad. Also, that probably drops us into Vegeta fusion range. Plus, now that he has supered, I think Gotenks would survive a normal, even if he does take a fairly decent chunk of damage. Should probably live a normal attack at the end here. And then, yeah, that does actually set us up pretty nicely for that Vegeta fusion. Of course, the locking. Oh man, I forgot this event had locking. I hate rotation locking. I've talked about it many, many times in the past, and I'm sure I'll talk about it many times in the future as events that have it pop up. But man, it's so annoying. Especially on a setup like this, right, where we have Tech Vegeta, who is our, like, go-to GOAT slot 1 unit. And then the game's like, nah, he's in slot 2, sorry. But yeah, Broly still able to eat that super and then do a bunch of damage here. Of course, his domain is buffing Vegeta as well, so that's very helpful. It does mean, though, that his domain essentially is making it so that Gotenks takes extra damage. So hopefully Gotenks does get multiple supers here, because he does raise defense on super, and then he does have that dodge chance. Like I say, he should hopefully still survive like one normal attack, right? And then the fusion from Vegito gives us the full heal. So, although of course on this team as well, he does only get the 170 lead from Vegeta. So, getting a double super is definitely what we want. If we can get the triple, that would be ideal. Let's go. So yeah, he should definitely survive a normal attack here now, right? Watch me be worrying about it, and then he takes like double-digit damage. Or just dodges. So there you go. Right, who are you locking this time? Oh, the unit that I probably would have put in slot 3. In slot 3. Well, there we go. So we will fuse and get our full heal. And most importantly, see where the super attack is. In slot 1. So then obviously we're going to put you here. He doesn't get a major buff from being transformed unless he's getting hit first, because you get that guaranteed extra attack and the action break. So I think I will just leave him untransformed. Do this and then do this. So King Vegeta with his AGL orbs, he'll be perfectly fine. Well, I say that, but like King Vegeta won't even get to attack on this turn, because we're going to get the attack off with Vegeta. He's stacking up now. He's getting to the point where, as he's about, because he gets his defense before he actually takes his first hit of the turn. So he's like well over 1 million defense at this point. So he's not going to take damage from the super attack. And then if the Vegito super attack doesn't finish off Piccolo here, then the counters will. So get double-digit damage as expected. And then Vegito, obviously, in terms of links for this rotation, not the craziest, especially with Vegeta untransformed. But, I mean, Vegito's built for full crit, pretty much. So we get a crit on the super, we get a crit counter. One more to go. And then, I mean, he's being attacked, what, like 4 times? So, yeah. Get rid of him with the crit counters. And now it's time for Beast. So he's STR. He doesn't have locking, though, right? Okay, and he's launching 2 supers on this turn. That's nice. It's very much not, but I guess what we could do then is go ahead and do this. Because if I put Gogeta in slot 3, this is the downside of not having transformed Gogeta that turn earlier, because we'd be able to use his active skill on this turn. If I do this, both Broly and Vegeta will eat supers. But if I do this, we just are completely relying on Gogeta getting the counter. Or I think this Beast, his non-unit super, is it a Ki Blast super attack? I actually don't remember. You can't check it from here, because Gogeta could technically nullify it as well. But both of those are percentage chance abilities, whereas if I do this, Broly is absolutely eating that super. So we're going to go for the safer option here, do this, grab these for you, because then we know Gogeta's only taking a normal attack here, so even if he doesn't dodge it, he should be fine. And then Broly with the 24 key and his domain, he's going to get a bunch of attacks off. He should be fine as well. Plus Vegeta, unfortunately the super attack isn't the first attack after Vegeta is going off here, because he, of course, by being hit first, does do an action break. Although, was it? I couldn't see actually then where the symbol was. I wonder if it was the first attack. I mean, Vegeta will eat it anyway, so it doesn't matter, but no, it's not. Triple super though, up to 12 mil on the third one here. Nice bit of damage from Vegeta. Additional normal as well, because why not? Yeah, so it was the first attack was a normal, and then there was the super. Okay, I see. So Beast Gohan with the super, double-digit damage. And then, obviously, once we get around to this rotation again, we'll have the target ability. So we realistically only need to get through the next turn, and then we should be fine. Although he does have a countdown thing, which is potentially a bit scary. I don't know who we have on the next rotation that potentially will be able to eat that. I mean, we still have the Scouter in play. Obviously, the Vegito counters are going to be able to do a lot of damage, but could get a little bit scary depending on where the attacks are going to be placed. No crits from Vegito, but Gogeta, but he is effective against all types, so still does a pretty decent amount. And then Broly. I love how Broly, even in some of these situations, like I think transformed Gogeta, he only shares like 3 links. But because of the domain and just the fact that he is an absolute beast, he still drops like numbers like this while flowing out on his own there in slot 3. So he's going to be able to do a nice bit of damage. I mean, we've basically done half of Beast's HP in the first turn. So next turn we're going to be able to transform the other Vegeta. We've got the Scouter from Vegito. So depending on where the attacks are placed, like I mean, if there's no super attacks in slot 1, the amount of damage we could do with just Vegito counters would be pretty ridiculous. And I mean, Broly's still going here. Yeah, that's a lot of damage from Broly. He's got very high defense at this point. We've still got guard. I don't know if he will take double digits. I'm not sure exactly how hard this Gohan hits, but we're definitely not dying to this, right? We're basically on full HP, so still took 290k though. So pretty significant damage. There is going to be an attack in slot 1, and then the last attack is in slot 3. So realistically, we do this. Vegeta will take a normal. We could use his active skill as well. But yeah, I feel like there's no way we're dying on this turn now. Let's go ahead and do this. Use the Big Bang attack. I don't think the Big Bang attack will kill him, but oh, it's close though. A crit for 20 million. Damn. And he has only 4. Oh, see, his defense is not as high as I thought it would be. He's going to get extra defense by taking the first hit, but it's not quite as high as I was hoping it would be. Alright, we'll do this. I mean, the defense buff he gets now, and then, of course, the fact that he has guard, he should be fine. But even if he does take damage, similarly to Broly in that previous turn, yeah, even if he takes damage, it's not going to be enough damage to kill us. But the level of defense he gets to after getting hit and having, like, what, we got 630k HP on this team, which isn't the highest, because we do have a fair few units on the team. Well, we have 2 main units. We've got Gogeta and Gotenks, who don't get the 200% leader skill. But, yeah, still a decent enough amount of HP with how well everyone on the team can tank. And then Transformed Vegeta can finish off Gohan here. 20 mil crit on that Big Bang active skill is very, very good. But there you go. So that was the Super Saiyans team destroying Beast Gohan. I did use Beast in the first video. Obviously, I wanted to try and do this one, as I feel like this one is harder than the Gamma's phase. I wanted to do this one without using Beast, obviously for people who don't have him. Just to try out a different team. Of course, Saiyan Day Vegeta is a unit that has only been around once as well, but the Super Saiyan team is kind of in that weird spot where, like, both the main leaders, like if you don't have Tech Vegeta, you could use the Int Super Saiyan trio, but they're a Carnival LR that have also only been out once. So the Super Saiyans team can be very, very good, but obviously it's some of the pieces that have come together, not just from part 1 of the anniversary, but from some of these other celebrations leading up to it, which some people may have skipped. But this Tech Vegeta team is incredibly good still. So very strong team. We get all of our missions done here. And that is all of the missions for the Memorable Battles event done. So let me know how you guys got on with the Beast Gohan stage. What team did you use? Whether you used the support memory, which you can use, of course. The mission is just not to use support items, but you can use a support memory, which will help things out a little bit. But let me know what you guys use down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.